On the weekend, the usual rut of going to the movies or to the mall or for lunch with the in-laws isn't very exciting, is it?
So what we found is something a little different. But to do it, you need to have some special hardware.
Yeah, for instance, at 75,000 rupees, my Hero Impulse really has a lot of excitement in it.
And I have the Thar. It's 8.2 lakhs, which is a little expensive, but I'm finding out that it's well worth the money.
If you don't believe us, just hang around, we'll show you. Basically, this is the age-old battle of two wheels over four. And it's being played out in the worst kind of slush you can find in Western India. Our weapons were kitted up for the fun. The Hero Impulse is absolutely bog stock standard, except for the funky aftermarket livery. It's got a 150cc 13.2 bhp engine and plenty of quality parts. There's a rather sturdy looking box section swing arm, a hefty rear monoshock, and the front forks have enough travel to give a pogo stick a complex. The Thar, on the other hand, has been upgraded a little bit. Ouseph has taken the plastic wheel arch fenders off, he's removed the side steps and got proper Maxxis Trepador mud tires. Also, the front bumper is made of tank grade metal. That improves the approach angles and doubles up as a battering ram against stubborn mud. Thar also has 105 bhp, a basic but proper four-wheel drive system, a factory-fitted air conditioner, and it feels as tough as a hammer. So while it took me time to get kitted up, Ouseph just had to hop in, belt up, and had the Thar protecting him and ready to go. Finally, when I got ready, we got going. The route was a slippery track filled with rocks, tree branches, deep mud, water crossings and dense jungle. So more than a race, this was a test of endurance and clever maneuvering. The first section was a flowing dirt road. Ouseph had the Thar in four-wheel drive high and kept hammering over the broken surface. You could see that it was bouncing around a lot and he had to take care to just keep it on the road. Meanwhile, on the Impulse, I was absolutely at ease. The suspension was soaking up the bumps easily, and with just the basic of off-road riding, I could glide over it all. Ouseph decided to up the ante here by fording a stream. The stream wasn't deep. But the bed was rocky and clearly very slippery. By slotting it into four-wheel low, the Thar crawled through without batting an eyelid. Then it was my turn. As I hopped into the stream, the bike's tires started to slide on the rocks, and it couldn't climb over them, and the current wasn't helping. Thankfully, the Impulse's exhaust and intake are mounted high up, and even though I almost fell into the water, I somehow made it through. So the Impulse may have not been as much at ease as the Thar, but it kept that SUV honest. So Ouseph decided to mount another challenge, this time with a deceptively simple slope. Once again, the four-wheel drive helped the Thar clamber up without any drama. But for me, the going was quite painful.
So as you can see, the slope is pretty slippery, which is why the bike struggles here. It's just got one wheel putting the power down. The Thar does it easily. See, look at Kartik. I'm not going to help him. I think I'll just stand and watch. Yeah, go!
Well, even after we dropped tire pressures considerably, and even with some leg bar, the Impulse could just barely make it up the hill on its stock on-off-road tires. If these were pure off-road tires, I'm sure the story would have been very different. Now it was my turn to set the pace, and I started choosing paths to suit the Impulse's strengths. At a particularly sticky point, I decided to skirt around and just made it through. Ouseph took the bait, and the result was this.
Yeah, this is supposed to be fun.
Never try it without another off-roader. Just pull you out if you're stuck. Otherwise, this is what you have to do. Hey, this is Ganapati Maruti Mandir. That wheel under that is very soft, so it's dug itself in, and the Thar doesn't have a limited slip differential. So that other wheel, which has no load on it, is just spinning the power away, and this one's just digging itself in further and further and further. So we're stuck. First rule of off-roading: when you go out, try and go with somebody else. So if this happens to you, you can pull yourself out. Kartik's gone to the village to get somebody. Hopefully they'll have a tractor there and pull us out. That's the only way we're going to get out of this mucky grave. So thanks to our newfound friends here, we've got the Jeep out. Simple technique, shake it and it comes out. Thank you guys. Muscle power versus horsepower. Thank you.
We were ecstatic to be free once more, and we celebrated by kicking up some more muck. And as it turned out, this time it was my turn to ask for help.
I tell you what, best way to do it, Kartik,
Hey!
we call that guy back.
You'll need some
I
muscle.
mean, how did you get stuck in that, man? How?
I'm just glad you were around, man. How deep was the mud? One sec.
Was socks deep.
Check that out. In this competition, the Thar proved amply that it could go further in more extreme conditions while keeping the occupants nice and safe. Meanwhile, on the Impulse, you are more exposed. The horsepower is meager and you have only one driven wheel, which in this case was on bog stock standard tires. So it really was incredible that the Impulse managed to keep the Thar honest through most of the challenges. And crucially, it was also the easier vehicle to be with when things went wrong. And in our books, that makes the Impulse the better and more exciting machine to explore the wild in. The winner here is Two Wheels. But going by the smiles on both our faces, it was clear that we had had a blast.
That was awesome, no, Kartik?
Let me sum up. At the end of the day, I'm feeling bruised, which I am. I'm filthy, quite obviously. I am starved and extremely tired. But
We're going to do it again next week, no?
I think I'm going to be fantasizing about doing it next week, all through the week. So we got to start planning.
Yeah, I know.
That's off-roading, man. It's a bug. Once it bites,
You can't get rid of it.
yeah. And on that note, time to go.
Let's go. Back home.